Hello and welcome to Imperfect Strangers podcast. If this is your first time listening, thank you so much. Welcome.
Hi there.
You should know that the premise of this podcast is that it's two strangers getting to know each other. When we started this podcast a couple years ago at the start of the pandemic, we really didn't know each other. The whole point of it was two strangers, talking on the phone every week. Well, at the end of 2022, we decided to meet. So it's still called Imperfect Strangers, but we kind of met. So it's...
Quinn asked me today, are you going to call this show now Imperfect Friends? I said, absolutely not. Still Imperfect Strangers.
Yeah. So, whatever. Every day you get to know somebody a little bit more, even if you've known them all your life or if you've known them for 3 years over the phone.
Yep.
So here we are. Welcome to our show. Enjoy.
Okay, so did you go to hot yoga?
I would like to know from you first. Because I recall you were like, oh my God, I love hot yoga. I was obsessed with hot yoga. I would like to go through, just because I'm trying to understand, if I'm overreacting, underreacting, or if I'm missing something. What exactly is it that you loved about hot yoga?
Start this with you're you. So
right. Okay, that's a good foundation. That's a good little factoid that we need before we move forward. Okay, Melissa, you were born you.
So
okay.
What did I love about hot yoga? I loved that it was really challenging because I like a physical challenge in my workout. I love to go into a workout and have something be hard or challenging at first, and then I love that feeling of accomplishment. Mm-hmm. I loved the just dripping of sweat. I would walk out of the studio looking like I had taken a shower. I like some of the classes that I took, like towards the end, I think I did it. I'm trying to remember. I think I did hot yoga for a whole year. I did it up until I got pregnant with Bennett. And I went maybe like 3 or 4 times a week. So I liked some of the acrobatic. The studio was like right near my house. And at that point I wasn't working out at a gym. So like that was my time away from being a mom, where I could just kind of like have, an hour of quiet time. So I loved the acrobatic nature of it. I felt like I was kind of like back into my body and like challenging it in ways that, I hadn't done before. And just that feeling of accomplishment when I walked out and I'm just sweaty, and I'm tired and I'm just like feeling accomplished. Like I love that feeling.
Okay. Because
handstands and all that shit. Loved it.
Okay. Because listen, a lot of starting a new exercise regimen, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Is having the right conversation in your head with yourself. So if you go in there with a defeatist attitude, you're going to come out of there not wanting to go back.
Yes.
So I understood that. Also, Justin Beck, we're getting in the car, over, and he reaches over and he, pats my thigh and he was like, we're going to do this, babe. We're going to do this.
Aww.
So we're in the car and he goes, okay, I'm just going to say this right now. I don't want you, because, this was my gig. I'm the one that made this up. I'm the one that said we should do yoga. And he was like, you know what? We should definitely do yoga. I was not expecting him to want to do it. I was thinking this was going to definitely be some me time because he definitely ain't going to try to come with this. You understand, everybody that listens to this knows that we are completely codependent. We do a lot of shit together. Everything.
And you're you.
Correct. And so, and he's him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like we are both doing things that we do things together where it's clear that only one party here likes that. But that's who we are. You know what I mean? Like last night I went to a show. I went to, an old school grimy hardcore show, which I have always loved, but not in a pandemic and not as a 50-year-old woman. But, we wanted to support this guy Cody who plays in our band. It's his other band, and there's a drummer in that band that we went to. They work together. It's musician shit. So I was like, you know what? Let me support my husband in his endeavors. He's going to support his friends. I'm going to go with him. And I was a third wheel. I crashed. It was a bro date. It was a musician's date. But, whatever. There are things you do sometimes with your spouse because they love it.
Yeah.
I am on a fitness journey. He said he'll join me because he wants to bond, and it's good for our kids to see us doing something together that's not going to Costco, whatever. So we're in the car getting ready to go, and he's like, I'm just going to tell you this right now. I haven't fucking worked out since 1996. I was like, that is such a specific number. He's like, I also have a phobia of gyms. I don't want to go in there. It's fucking gross. I don't want to talk to people. So he hates a gym.
Oh no.
And he was like, so, whatever feelings that I have about this that I can't yet know, I want you to know that I don't want them to negatively affect your experience. I want to go in there and I want us both to try and maybe we'll like this. Okay. So this is my husband who is not interested in this at all, really making an effort to do something because I initiated it, which is really lovely if you think about it.
That's great communication. I love that he was able to tell you about that, and good for him.
Right. And so then when I go, okay, now let's say I go in there and I really hate it and I want to go, are we in solidarity and we're about to bounce? And he was like, no, Melissa, we're going to see it through. I was like, oh, okay.
That was your opening. Do you just want to go get a coffee instead?
Yeah, and I thought he was going to roll with me, and he's like, no, we're going to see it through. So we get in there, and it's a guy instructor, and Justin is already like, okay, let's go. So we get inside. It's hot as fuck. I think it's like 140 degrees in there with 40% humidity, something insane. The person that can't survive. We went down inside, motherfucking the heart of Tahiti, and and the instructor's like, welcome to our class, our new friends, Justin and Melissa. That right there, no. Justin was like, no. Like, I know my husband, he hates that. Like me, I'm fine. I'm doing my princess wave. Hey, y'all. Hi. Justin Beck just gave like a really lukewarm thumbs up.
Wait, hold on. So I can get the visual. What was Justin wearing? Because I only see Justin in Tim's and his H&M pants and his little hat.
Dude, he had on Nike high, like mid-length, mid-calf high Nike socks. He had to take them off.
Okay.
But he had on Nike socks with Puma slides, Peloton shorts. I was like, where the fuck? We don't have a Peloton bike.
Was it dead stock?
Yes. With like they were like gray and yellow. I was like, not a stripe. He's like, it's wicking material. I was like, oh, okay. And a black t-shirt and like a glass jaw hat. He looks cute. I had on a Wu-Tang muscle tee and Bob Marley weed pants.
Yes.
I looked cool. Okay.
I love it. Okay. So I got the full visual. You've now been embarrassed in front of the whole class.
Yes.
What next?
So we've been put in the back of the room together, and every now and again, the teacher is, I wanted you to sink down, I want you to reach, and how's that big toe doing? Do you feel it? Making contact with the floor, and da-da-da. He's doing all the things, and at some point, I had my arms to my side, flailed out while I'm on my belly, and I'm going to rise up and become a sphinx, or whatever the fuck he said I'm going to do. And I touched the floor. The floor looks like it would be beechwood, hardwood. But it wasn't. It was fuzzy, soft, velveteen material that was colored like beech hardwood planks. So I was like, hold on. It was like drinking a fucking water when you're expecting fucking McDonald's Sprite. It was just not the expectation. You know what I'm saying? Like, what
Oh,
is this?
Mm-mm.
So I'm touching the floor and I'm a tactile person. And I was like, oh, this feels gross. Let me put my fucking towel over that. I'll never touch that again. But then I'm now in my head, Melissa, that is a really mean voice. Why did you say it like that? The floor is a little gross, but let's take that down a notch. So while the teacher's talking, and then why don't you reach, and da-da-da, reach for the sun, and imagine the scar, and imagine the sky. He's doing all that, and in my head, I'm like, I know that fucking floor is not velveteen. Girl, are y'all not feeling this? Like, so the conversations I'm having in my head, I'm arguing with me.
Yeah.
I'm also trying not to look at Justin.
It's really...
He said, he was like, let's not focus. Like, he like at one point I looked at him and he was like, bro, like, don't look at me. So I'm having to like really have it's like talking to a toddler, talking to myself. Girl, can you relax? We're in public. The floor was gross and that's okay. Then I started smelling things and I was like, okay, first of all, Melissa, the way that you, how did you think you were going to come into a hot yoga smelling other people's scalp and body and come out of this like this is a thing that you want to do? And you know what? I applaud you, girl. That's great. I'm glad that you just forgot who you were when you signed up for this introductory package that doesn't expire for another 2 weeks. I'm glad.
It didn't smell like, I feel like hot yoga, like the smell that I associate with it is tiger balm.
Well, I wish. That means your teacher had something puffing through the air because this nuh-uh.
They had a big pump at the front of the room and people would just come in and pump that shit and rub it all over their bodies.
Oh, well, this is what that's missing then. And maybe we should apply that to our bodies before we go in because this right here did not have that. This was pure.
Did anybody fart?
It was stressing me out. But then I had to go, Melissa, that is such a judgmental comment that you're making to these people who are just here working on their fitness and working on their spiritual journey. You are a piece of shit. Don't say that shit. It's okay if motherfuckers stink. People got different levels of hygiene and that's okay. So this is the conversation I'm having with me while I'm trying to focus on also the moves and getting them right. And, because all of it is about your breathing. All of it is about calming your inner
in the
mind.
moment.
All of it,
yeah.
Yes. And I couldn't because I was like, I know that's not a black ass toenail. And I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. Because once I started smelling, okay, at one point, it just got very sweaty and drenched in there and it smelled like the inside of an emptied ramen packet. And I was like, It was a real specific smell. And I was like, and why is it getting stronger? It's like I was licking the inside of the packet. What is that?
That's all the toxins leaving your body as you're sweating and, it's all coming out.
What is that? What is that? And then, so I'm having my brain is going insane, right? But then I'm also having to look at myself in the mirror so I can correct my positioning. And I'm also having to look around and follow the instructions because we're new to the class. So I'm I looked to the fucking very thin Asian woman. Okay, yeah, sure. But I did. I looked to her. I wanted to copy the fucking fittest bitch in here who was very fashionable. And she's wearing a matching outfit. And she's got fucking jewels on her feet. Her, that bitch. I'm trying to be her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Is it bright in the room or is it dark?
Yes, it was too bright.
Oh.
And that was part of it for me.
See, our experiences are very different because the place that I went was dark. And if it was daytime, all of the shades were pulled so the room is dark. It smells like tiger balm. It's hot and humid. And everybody is like very fancy. I don't remember smells. Now, it's been a while and we're going to our first class tomorrow at a brand new studio that I've never been to before. So maybe, but I will say that whole like the mind wandering, that takes practice. When you go back, try to, every time you feel those thoughts start to wander off into whatever it is that's bothering you in that moment, smells, tactile sensations, whatever, bring it back and try just to like repeat the thing that you're doing, or just try to like focus in on your breathing and that sound of that breathing that ocean wave sound, that, that.
Yeah, okay, well, let's get to that. So I'm really proud of Justin. I looked over at him. He has his hands in prayer, and he's got his elbows up. He's got his seagull on. And you bring the elbows up, and and when you bring them down, you let it go. And I'm over there looking at him.
Yeah.
I'm suddenly Justin Beck is Darth Vader. Okay, he's over
That's
there.
That's the right
doing
sound. That's great.
He's over there doing it. I'm like, why am I not making those sounds? So now I'm trying to like focus and make those sounds. But the reason why I'm not making those sounds is I'm not doing that inhale like that, because that's a lot of viral load. That's a lot of viral load. Why did I think this is a good idea? Oh my God. What is happening? And I think that's what this is. This is toxoplasmosis. Something is going on inside of my brain where I no longer fear the things that I should fear. I am losing control of the Melissa that I once was, and I want her back. I don't know why I wanted a new one, because this one right here, she is fearless. Something's wrong with her. It's stanking here, and I don't like it. And then I got to go, no, new year, new you. I thought you said you weren't going to do that. You weren't going to do that. COVID is not over. We will take precautions. Sure, it's going to be hard to wear a mask in here, but maybe this was not the sport you needed to pick. This is crazy. So I'm having an internal battle the entire time with me. However, I've gone to hot yoga now 2 times. I went to a concert. I was in a mask.
Yeah.
I went to fucking Florida. I don't have COVID. So I need to reconcile with the person that was in jail for 2 years because of COVID to the person that is now trying to live. Yeah. And it's been very hard.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the breathing part, that alone, I was like, because I was like, y'all not going to open a window though? And I didn't see no like special boxes, that looked like it was circulating the air or whatever. I liked the instructor, even though at one point, Justin was doing a move and, he's actually very flexible for his body type, because I guess all the years of like running around on stage or whatever. Mm-hmm. At one point, the teacher reaches out and is like, wow, Justin, that's great. Keep at it. Rome wasn't built in a day. And then Justin looks over at me like, what the fuck was that for? And then, so the next class we take is a lady, and she was lovely too. Except we didn't come 10 minutes early, and we were late because of me, and you know how Justin feels about my lateness. Mm-hmm. So the spot that I got, was in the room at the front, top left. Okay. And, 15 minutes or so in, the teacher says, wow, Melissa, you actually chose the hottest space in the room, and it's really good if you want to rid the body of toxins, da-da-da. So she's trying to pitch it to me like I picked the inferno, and it's a good thing, right? Bitch. I was in child's pose a good 10 minutes. Because it was so motherfucking hot. It was so hot.
Yeah.
It was like at least 5 degrees hotter where I was, because the furnace was just kicking on me. It was literally Satan's tongue flicking against my body. I'm not kidding. I had fucking paper cuts all over. I was like, I was just in fucking hell. You didn't feel like you were in hell? He's like, Melissa, I'm trying to really take in my practice. I'm like, okay, go ahead. So Justin now is a yogi.
Oh.
I got into the car. I opened the app and I deleted, canceled our class for tomorrow.
Oh, and he goes,
he was like, I'm already signed up, because we said we're going to do 3 a week. So
that's
Sunday,
ambitious.
Tomorrow. Well, we also are cheap, and we want to get our money's worth out of this introductory rate. So, if you amortize it, like we just got 4 classes free.
Right.
That's the most important part for me. I don't want to lose this money. So I canceled the class, and he's like, well, we can't just give up. Let's sign up for a different class. So he said, we'll sign up for a Thursday class instead. So this was Wednesday. Mm-hmm. I was like, back-to-back hot yoga. So we signed up for a Thursday class. And on Thursday, I was like, I got to be real with you. I really got to get to the supermarket. I can't. And he was like, you're already starting to make excuses. You said we were going to hold ourselves accountable for our fitness and our... Girl, Justin, if I would have known...
That's my friend, Justin Beck.
external outside voice bothering me about this shit. He's like, no, if we're going to do it, let's book it. So he really was like, come on, no, stop what you're doing right now. Let's open the app and let's find a class. So I have to go back tomorrow. And
golf claps for Justin Beck. Please tell him I am so proud of him, and I am very happy that he is pushing you out of your comfort zone, because I think that it's not just about yoga now. It is about you growing and stretching, and it's okay to be uncomfortable. That's good.
I know, but it's not
good.
No, but the smells ain't gonna change though.
You'll get used to it.
No. I said we need to find, and this is no knock on this place. You know, I'm the first person that loves a grimy fucking organization. You know what I'm saying? You know, do what you gotta do. But like, I need cucumber water after. And where's the cucumber water? Y'all don't got a thing of the cucumber water?
Well,
why
then you gotta
doesn't
go
it smell
find
like?
the
Why
bougie
doesn't it smell
place.
like navy blue in here? Why doesn't it smell like navy blue in here?
Then you have to go find the bougie studio.
It smells like hot Cheetos. Correct. I want a bougie studio. Because I don't want to smell feet, and I don't want to drink my lukewarm water that I brought. I want to walk out and be like, oh my God. Ugh. I want a sprig of fucking thyme in my shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to be misted down. I want that door open every now and again, and I want to feel a cool breeze come in, and then, I want fucking bamboo flutes. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. I want to smell like the massage place.
Then you need to do some research once this thing is over and find the place that's fancy. You live on Long Island. I'm sure there's a fancy place.
There is, and we're going to find it. And I also think that I'm not meant for hot. I think that I need to master regular.
Yeah.
I need to get 4 months into regular yoga so I can hold a pose. I can do this, I can do that. And then hot will be actually a treat. It'll be like a sauna. I'm going to treat hot yoga like skincare.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a great thing to do. You said, are you doing Pilates? Is that what you're trying now?
That's what's next. So after
Okay.
we finish this, we're going to look for a Pilates class to do together.
Okay.
And then here, there's one class that's not hot. And sure, it's not going to smell blue like I want, but we'll do the not hot yoga there. And then we'll find a fancy Pilates studio and we'll figure it out. I also just, I want to do regular ass HIIT. You know what I mean? I want to do Zumba. I want to dance. I want to fucking, listen to Drake.
Okay, you need to go to AKT.
Is it bougie?
I mean, the playlists alone, you would love. It's dark. You would love the fact that it's dark. Is it dancing? So fun. There's dancing. So there's 4 different classes. One is dance, and in all of them, except for tone, you get cardio and you get strength. So you go to dance, you get to learn to dance, you get strength. The content is the same for 3 weeks. So you get 3 whole weeks to learn it, feel cool with it, and then it changes. Bands is kind of dancey. Circuit is like a HIIT, like boot camp.
That's
and
what I
then
want.
Tone is all low impact. It's strength. And then the last 15 minutes is all foam rolling. You should try it.
Okay, how much money are we talking about?
It's expensive. But they do have like specials that they run. So go try a free class. And then I don't know if studios can like change their pricing based on where they are, but I think here it's $160 a month unlimited, or you can just buy Class Pass. So maybe you just want to do 4 classes a month and like that's like a fun time for you. I think it's like $70 a month for like 4 classes.
And then is it they got the cucumber water and shit?
You know what? I don't know studio to studio. They might, but like ours, like sometimes we'll have like champagne brunch on Saturdays after class, and we'll have like mimosas and little snacks out. They bring in people from the outside, like they were doing like that permanent soldered jewelry, and like next week they're bringing in people to do like food sensitivity testing. So when you join those like little boutique places, they'll do like little extra fun things because it's a premium membership.
That's what I want. And listen, this was a good start because for Justin, who has a gym phobia, he needs it grimy. And this is who he is. That's what he likes. But I need it. I need it bougie. Sorry. I'm sorry.
You should find a studio that offers, like the place that we're going tomorrow, they do Pilates and yoga. They do HIIT. They have like a bounce class that's all on a trampoline. So maybe try to find some place that has different offerings. Or can you go back to the J? Is that what you guys call yours? The community center?
I want to go back to the community center and take classes. That's what I would like to do.
I mean, I'm sure they have yoga there.
Girl, how about, so we come out of hot yoga to a group text from Shalom talk about, hey, mother and father, let's face it. We're all out of shape. Why don't we invest the money that you guys are putting into this thing that you guys are doing together and make the garage a home gym?
Oh,
and
now
Justin's
she's
like,
talking
you know
crazy.
Well, Justin's like, let's do it. And I'm like, you know what? If you guys build it out and put air conditioning in there, I'll do that. But that's between that. Now that'll be a daughter daddy activity. And when it's ready for me, I'll come.
Will you go though if you're like self-directed?
No, that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Know thyself.
I need a group class.
Yeah.
As much as I hate it, I need it because you don't want to look like the asshole who's not trying in the class.
Mm-hmm.
Although I was that asshole because I was in the fucking furnace. Listen, I was, keep in mind, all this shit that I'm talking, that was inside my head. So outwardly, I was looking like I was really trying, you know, and I kept all that to myself. You know, we got home and he was like, how'd you feel about it? And I was like, you know, that was really challenging because it was really hot in that corner. And he's like, I know, I saw you struggling there for a minute. And he's like, what about when we had to put our foot around this? He's like, did you get this pose? And he's like, really gung-ho? So I'm like, yeah, that was cool.
I think you got to give it 30 days. Don't quit for 30 days and then go from there.
We're not going to quit. We're going to keep going.
Good.
But like, I've created a monster. Like, honestly, the next thing you know, Justin Beck's going to be fucking topless in Central Park doing hacky sack and fucking Tai Chi. I don't know who this person is, but he loves it, okay? And like, after his shower, he's got my blue spray. He's spraying himself down. He's moisturizing. I'm like, who the fuck is this?
He's feeling himself. That's great. And that's really like when it comes to creating those kinds of fitness habits, if you love the way that you feel, you're going to be more inclined to go. It's that intrinsic part of it. If you're having a good time, you're looking forward to it, then you're going to go and you're going to prioritize it and make it a thing. So maybe try to ride high off of his good feelings.
We're going to try it. I'm going to get back on the horse for tomorrow.
Good.
And I think maybe this time I'm going to rub myself in Tiger Balm first.
Okay.
So that's the only smell that I'm smelling. Correct. I want to only be smelling me. Okay. Because I can't smell. I want to be that person that's in the class. Like these people all know each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so it did kind of feel like we were entering their sacred space because this is their time. You know, the teacher says that a lot. This is your time. I want you to, appreciate your time. And I'm like, and I want this time for me. I do. But
yeah.
I have hyperosmia and it's a problem in my life. So I'm going to have to get past that part.
Yeah. Do you take your own mat and towel and all that stuff, or do you get it
100%. Girl, I don't know you people.
Maybe you could spritz your towel down with something. And then take a hit off of that.
We have matching. Yeah, we have matching mat. Well, I'm going to bring my blue spray in there. So when they get my little water break, I'm going to spray myself. I don't give a shit what y'all doing. I can't do this. And it's really, and he knew. He was like, this smells. He's like, I already know. He's like, you're struggling with, I was like, I'm struggling with it. He's like, I smelled it, and he's like, so I could tell she's gonna come out and she's gonna say, oh, the smell, the and he goes, what was the smell? And he knew exactly. He was like, let me guess, and he started trying to name the most specific horrible smell, and I go, no, actually, inside of a ramen packet. And he was he's like, okay. He was like, let me guess, a wet dog, da da da. I was like, no. I can't help it.
And you still went back and did it anyway. I'm smiling. I have a big smile on my face. I'm so excited for you. I'm so happy that you're trying this out and that you're going to keep going back. I think you'll find your groove.
I hope. Okay, that's the other thing.
What?
If you're in an environment where your feet have to be out, and
yeah,
I understand not everybody's going to be on the same level, but like, your teeth and your feet are all you have. That's the truth. In terms of health, your oral health and the health of your feet, dentistry and podiatry, so invaluable. If your feet are out, you have to take care of them. At least have them clean. The bottoms of your feet are going to be black, though. For real.
Maybe you need to find a spot in the room where you can't look at anybody.
That's the furnace. They put me in the furnace. I couldn't see much.
Maybe try to find a spot in the front of the room away from the furnace corner. And then that way...
Listen, I feel horrible. That's the part you have to also understand. I don't want to be judgmental about anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are in here. Nobody wants to feel judged. I feel judged. But I also am like, you do have to wash your feet before you come out here, though. You know that, right? I don't like feet and toes on shit.
I know, but
so
they're
I don't
not
know how I
touching
thought
you.
I could handle hot yoga. Yes, they are, because they're touching that velveteen ass floor. And
but you're on your mat. So wear like a slipper into your class, then remove it when you get onto your mat. And then that way you're only making contact with your thing.
I just tiptoe, and then when I get home I exfoliate the balls of my feet. And I mean, this goes for Justin too. I was like, I feel like your toenails were a little too long for me. I want to see no white. Deeper. Nope, that was I heard you in there cutting them. There weren't enough clinking sounds. I need to hear way more clinking sounds. I know so much more can go. Come on. Get in there. Dig down deeper. I can't. I'm horrible.
You'll be okay.
You know how I feel about dirty feet, though. Come on.
I know. Listen, before we met, even though I knew I was going to have socks on the whole time, I definitely got a pedicure. I don't do pedicures regularly in the dead of winter, but I sure as shit was not showing up to New York with badass feet. That's not a lie.
This is making me feel really bad. Because, not everybody has the means and the access to take care of their feet, but everybody has a bar of soap. And I stand by that. If you can pay $30 for a class, you can pay $1 for a bar of ivory soap and wash your fucking feet.
I feel like I remember back in the Princess Melissa days, you told a story about being at the DMV and looking down at somebody's toes in sandals, and that has stuck with me for too many years. I'm not even shitting you. I can hear you in the back of my head talking about this lady's feet and how she's going to be in here in flip-flops, toes out, and not have a pedicure, and that has always stuck with me. You're doing a service.
Well, I'm nothing if not consistent, because that had to have been 17, 18 years ago.
It's forever
and I'm still
ago.
very concerned about these things. And listen, and that's not to say my feet are always in pristine shape. But if I know that my feet are going to be visible, I'm going to get them in prettier shape than they're in. Right. But I mean, for the most part, they stay right. I don't. I do, sometimes have a problem with a dry heel, and there's nothing worse than a crunchy ass, white ass, ashy ass kicking through the flower ass heel. You gotta get the fucking diamond cell. You know what? It's fine. I'm not even asking for pedicured. I'm saying just clean.
Yeah.
I don't want to see the black bottom of your feet when I'm an anchor and I'm reaching for the sky. I don't want to do that. I know that makes me a bad person. You're so judgmental, Melissa. I know, but it's just a matter of hygiene, though.
But you stayed and you went back. You stayed and you went back. This is a moment you can grow. Maybe you were able to find a way to quiet those thoughts.
I need to quiet the thoughts. You're right. They're so
Come into your flow.
Yeah, I want to fill my lungs. Push that capacity. Bend,
all
bend.
The way
just
deep
reach a
into
tiny
the
bit.
belly.
Mm-hmm. My sacrum ain't never known this level of whatever the fuck I just did.
You're going to open up all your chakras.
I'm looking through my third eye. And that's the problem. My third eye started seeing more shit. I was like, I gotta get out of here. And you know what it is? Maybe I have anxiety. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe one of my phobias is, how some people, they are really fucking grossed out by fucking swarms, or really grossed out by, thousands of holes. Oh, mice. Maybe I have a phobia of dirty feet.
You might.
Because if I was talking about it in Princess Melissa, and to this day I'm still talking about it, that's inside me.
Yeah. That's a deep-seated disgust or fear of or attention to feet.
And some people sit up on YouTube late at night and how they relax is ear cleaning videos.
Some people you?
I know I'm not an ear cleaning video person. No, my friend is though. She sent me one the other day that was set to Justin Bieber's Yummy. And I was like, girl, are you crazy? She was like, this is literally the ultimate. This is the best video hands down I've ever found. I had to share it. And I was like, okay. And I thought, you know what? I should give her a gift back of the cleanest ingrown toenail removal I've ever seen. Wait, you don't have that? Wait a second. You don't have that?
I like pimples and lipomas and that kind of stuff. Blackheads, extractions. That's my thing.
Are you wet or dry?
Wet.
Wow. Okay,
I want it to look
killer.
like mashed potatoes coming out.
See,
I want to see you remove that blackhead plug, and then I want to see it squiggle out.
And see, I don't want it wet. I want a clean, dry removal, and then I need to see an empty hole. But I don't want to see blood. I don't want to see pus.
I want
the
liquid
to roll away. No.
I want that shot, that pressure to be released.
Oh no, I hate that. I hate it when it flies out. Please don't fly out. I don't like bloody. Shira doesn't like bloody either. She wants it clean.
Where are we with this podcast? Where?
Everybody has one though.
Yeah,
everybody has one. Because this would not be a $1 billion industry on YouTube unless it was very real.
I mean, people wouldn't make... there's toys that you can buy to pop pimples. There's games. My kids were playing a surgery game the other day on the Xbox, like doing open heart surgery. It's fun.
Wait, you don't do you like waxing videos?
I've never seen a waxing video.
Well, there's one waxing video person who's amazing. I haven't watched in a long time, but she tells stories while she's waxing. And she be having me dying. Waxpert Lofts. She's hysterical.
Okay.
she'll tell a story about how, she was waxing somebody and it was doo-doo in a butt crack. And they're like, no, it's not. Yeah, like she has me dying.
I don't think I could ever do a job where I have to be up close and personal with people's like buttholes.
That's what a hot yoga instructor is to me.
But it's not like exposed. You're not looking like
it
if
may
you're
as well
a waxer.
We were all face down, ass up, and I kept smelling the ramen packet. Okay.
I taught reformer Pilates when I lived in Florida, and the town that I lived in was a lot of retirees. So, the bulk of my clients there at the Y were elderly, and some of the feet that I came across, and you're constantly manipulating people's bodies and readjusting and making sure that they're in alignment. And there was a lot of foot touching, and there were some people that I just could not, like I would have to grab the ankle and then just be really good with my vocal cues, because if you're leaving white crusts of like dead skin on the bar of the reformer, I can't touch your feet. I'm sorry. That's toenails, long, maybe fungus.
See? That's what I'm talking about. And I feel bad because old people are, they physically can't do it themselves. But that's why
if you're coming to reformer Pilates, you can definitely get at your toenails.
No. And if you can't, you need to have a person.
Right.
You need to go twice a month and get that shit handled. And that's another thing. I hate when I see very rich people with fucked up feet. You could have a person.
How is it not a priority?
How? You know who has fucking nice, neat, clean feet? They're ugly, but they're clean. He has Barney Rubble ass feet, but they're clean. Shorty don't play about his feet.
That's where it is. It's genetic.
He got a black ass Brazil nut ass toenail, but it's as clean as it's gonna be. They're curved a little bit and they seem like it might be leading to some heart disease, but they're clean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so maybe this is where that comes from. And he's very particular about Mercy's feet too. He'd be like, nah, what's going on here? So like anytime I see my mom, the first thing we do is take them socks off, girl. Because, she will wear the athletic white sock in a panty loafer, dead ass. And I'll be like, take all that off. We going. It is the day for you to luxuriate. And I will put her in that chair. I will drop her off. I'll run and go get coffees. I'll run and do whatever. I'll come back and I will have texted the lady. She don't want the callus? Get it. Give it to her. She don't want the sidewalls cleaned? Get in there. She's going to wince and act like it hurt? Do it.
I think that all of your personal care, cleaning stuff all comes from your dad. It has to.
Correct. Something's wrong with me.
No, it's okay.
Because Marlene has it too.
There's worse things that you could have inherited.
We were in Florida together, and I ordered the callus pedicure, and she didn't. And I was like, okay. What do you mean, you're just going to get regular? She's like, yeah, I don't do that. Whatever that cheese grater is that you're doing on yours, I would never do that. And I was just like,
why?
Oh my God. And she's like, that's just making it worse. You have to do this, this, this. And then she laid out this elaborate thing that she does. And she's like, I never have crunchy white soles ever. Like, this doesn't happen. And I looked at her feet, and her feet were buttery soft. I don't know what the fuck this bitch is doing, okay? I don't know if she's drinking a gallon of water a day or what. And she was like, I don't have whatever the problem. Because I couldn't go to okay, here's how that happened. I couldn't just go to it was pool day.
Yeah.
But I also knew it was going to be cold. So my feet weren't exactly ready.
Mm-hmm.
They were ready enough. They were ready for fucking hot yoga standards.
Yeah.
But they were not ready for my standards. So I wanted to get my feet done first. I can't just be at the pool with my feet funky.
Right.
So we did that together. Her feet were immaculate. She had not a single toenail. Her feet were perfect. You know what her feet look like? and this is also going to be a fun fact, there's one road ruler in the world who has the prettiest feet. I don't even know why she fucks around being on fucking the challenge and all that shit. She needs to stop what she's doing right now and just go be a foot model.
Is it Veronica?
Yes.
Ah!
Her fucking feet are beautiful. She don't got a long second toe. They all fall in line. A nice, beautiful little slant from top toe to pinky. And she has a pinky toenail.
Oh, wow.
The feet are tan. Her feet are beautiful. I don't know where we were. Maybe we were in Jamaica, and I was like, "Bitch, that's a pretty ass foot, that ass." Like it was oiled up. I don't know what she's doing. She should just be a foot model. Her foot
I need to know
looks
what Marlene
fake.
does.
I know. I'll find out.
Because
I'll get all the tools.
From fitness,
it's a Korean
I have the worst
mitt.
Heel calluses.
Oh, it's a Korean mitt. It's something else, and some kind of like gel that she puts on it. And she does a baby foot once a month. I don't know what she does, but like the order, I mean. But her feet were not the feet of a 50-year-old woman.
Yeah, I need to know the details because walking around the pool deck all summer with bare feet on that concrete doesn't help. The fitness doesn't help. And I feel that every time they cheese grate my feet at the salon,
it makes it worse.
It's just like mountains of dead skin. And it's I shea butter them. I try every home, like with the pumice. I try all of that. And it's just, I can't.
You need a diamond cell.
I can't make it like super soft. What's that?
It's a very flat. I'll send you a picture. It's a very flat file. Mm-hmm. And it looks like there's nothing to it. And you're like, this can't be doing anything. You think it's not doing anything. But you let your feet get extremely gross. Get them dry. Like white, gross, horrible.
Yeah.
And you sit your monkey ass outside and you file them with this thing. And a fine mist. It's disgusting. But it's going to come off. The feet are going to be so malleable and soft after. And then you wash your feet. Get down in there. Exfoliate them, scrub them. And then whatever you do with the body scrub, sit down in the shower, Bring Steph to it in there. Sit down. Exfoliate your feet after you've done it dry with the diamond cell. Exfoliate, wash your feet. Then, from Vermont, bag balm. A lot of it. Coat your motherfucking whole foot in the bag balm and put a cotton sock on. Don't take that motherfucker off till the next day. You will unveil the softest foot. You can put your foot across your motherfucking husband's face. He'll think you are caressing it with your hand. Okay? The softest foot. I'm going to send you the link to the diamond cell.
Okay. I need
it's
it.
Small.
I need it.
See, sometimes, though, people have the diamond cell or they get it and they go, it didn't work for me. No. You needed to do it on a dry foot. They say you can do it wet and dry. No. You need to do it dry and outside. Don't nobody want to see that shit.
Okay.
Unless you want to see exactly what's coming off your foot. You do it on a dark piece of fabric.
Yeah.
Then shake that bitch out like a rug. But
see, that's why I always like the pet egg, because then you could take off the back of the pet egg and see all of your little dead skin inside of it. That was always really satisfying, but I don't know, like you said, how effective, or does it make it worse if I'm constantly, and I always, you try to do it wet so that because you're softening that skin. But okay, send me the link and I'm going to try this because my heels are so bad.
Yeah, you got to do it dry first. That's the key. That's the key. And then exfoliate, and then the bag balm, and then keep the sock on. And
how long does the?
But I'm saying you've started this process now, right? You got to put the bag balm on with the sock. This is how you're going to bed. And then you're gonna fall off a little bit because life happens. You're not going to do the bag balm. You're not going to do the sock. And then a month later, you're going to be like, what the fuck? I'm right back to square one. You're going to start over.
How long does the diamond cell last? How often do you have to replace it?
I've had my same diamond cell for fucking years.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
I wash it with dial soap, hot water, soapy
Yeah.
hot water. I let it air dry. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
It is amazing. And the thing about it is it's a professional grade tool, because the way that the material is, it's so that you're not like exerting so much effort to do the work. It's a very like thin, kind of flexible tool.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
I'm excited.
Amazing.
Hello out there in the Imperfect Strangers podcast universe. Thank you for listening to the show. Thank you for your support. If you want more imperfect strangers in your life, make sure that you are subscribing to the show wherever you listen to podcasts, except for Spotify. We're sorry about that, but we just did not like being over there given some of the stuff that happened with it in the last year. So sorry, Spotify users, but there are tons of other places where you can listen to the show, and you can find links to those from our website and also from our social media, specifically Instagram. You can find us on Instagram at imperfectstrangers_podcast, on Twitter at imperfstrangers. We've recently joined TikTok. We're too old to be doing this, but there we are. You can find us on TikTok at Imperfect Strangers Pod. Give us a follow. You'll find new episodes of this show every Friday, so make sure you're subscribed so that you don't miss out. And then make sure to join us on Mondays on Instagram for a very special Monday Night Live where we talk about the episode, we answer your questions, and we always go off topic. So miss a live, miss a lot. And if you need even more imperfect strangers in your life, because I know that some of you are just like, give me more content. And we're like, okay, come join our Patreon, patreon.com/imperfect strangers. We have extra episodes, so you can get not one, but 2 episodes a week over there at our actual friends tier. We have strangers with benefits. They get access to Monday Night Lives, so if you miss a live on a Monday, you can always catch up over there on Patreon. We are working our little behinds off to give you early and ad-free content. So if you want to get the episode before everybody else gets it on Friday, you can do that through our Patreon as well. We have a private Discord, so go over there, check out the website, patreon.com/imperfect strangers to see what else is there. We also have brand new merch. You can find that linked in our Instagram bio. We're releasing seasonal capsules now. So right now we have all kinds of apparel. We have a sticker, we have a mug. So if you want to represent your second favorite podcast on your body or in your little hand, you can do so by buying our merch. And thank you for supporting us. We will see you next Friday with a brand new episode. Bye.